going on, Jerome's? So Minnesota Vikings off of bye and looking to get healthy and looking to get ready for that stretch run, and things are looking up. You know, we said at the time, even though the Vikings had 27 bajillion injuries to start the season, is that the bulk of the injuries were short-term to medium-term, and the Vikings getting to 3-2, which frankly is kind of amazing, given the Vikings went through two quarterbacks. The Vikings had 14 different offensive line combinations. The Vikings run defense, but 3-2, resting up at the bye, everyone getting healthy, and we'll get more in-depth injury updates from Kevin O'Connell to start the week, as he'll probably feed the local media jackals today. But just looking at some injury updates, and we have to separate into players that have missed time with injuries or potentially could miss time, and players that are currently on injured reserve. So, of course, at the top, McCarthy, high ankle sprain, missed the last 3 games, is day-to-day. Reportedly from Tom Pelissero, got some extensive work in over the bye. We'll see how he progresses in practice this week. Carson Wentz, who we noted, like, shoulder issue, ribs issue, might actually be 2 shoulder issues, but ideally both of them will be healthy and good to go, because this is a league of attrition, and you do need 2 quarterbacks in this league nowadays. Donovan Jackson had that scheduled surgery after that Bengals game so he had the torn ligament during the Bengals game. The Vikings were badass, and Jackson being out, there's been a bit of a gong show along the offensive line, but he's been slated to return Week 7 against the Eagles. He did not miss. He was not placed on injured reserve, which is good to see. So he looks to take back his spot at left guard. And then you got Michael Juergens, backup center, who started in place of Ryan Kelly. So he's been day-to-day with a hamstring, although it did open the door for Blake Brandel. Mama, I'm so hard to Brandel now, for Blake Brandel to take up his spot at center, which might be his real position. Also, we didn't take Nick Vannon off this, but it's been so many damn microtransactions. Yeah. Brian O'Neill had that scary MCL against the Steelers So apparently that Steelers are allowed to contact the long snapper and throw the long snapper into Brian O'Neill's knee when he's playing left tackle on extra point / field goal. Good to know. He was not placed on injured reserve. It is deemed to be week to week. We'll see about these next 2 weeks. Ideally, if it was a grade 1 sprain, grade 2, somewhere in there, didn't go on IR, which is good news, but giving him a full month to fully recover, maybe looking at November 2nd, Week 9 against Detroit, it's probably going to be the target for him. And then you got Andrew Van Ginkel with the neck. I don't know, man. So it's an injury that lingered over training camp, and then he did play intermittently to start the season, had 2 sacks and 8 snaps earlier in the year, but has missed a slate of games as of late, and there's been no real updates or progress with Van Ginkel, but we might get some news this week. It's noteworthy that he wasn't placed on injured reserve, but also the Vikings are sort of running out of IR designated for return spots, because I think the rules, you can bring back 8. Actually, I should look it up. Hold on. This is a really good pod. NFL IR return rules. NFL teams can return up to 8 players from IR during the regular season, up to 10 if they make the postseason. So 10. Yeah. So that could also be a reason why the Vikings haven't placed players all willy-nilly on injured reserve, because they run out of spots. Because remember, C.J. Hams also started on injured reserve. Tyler Batty started the season, haven't brought him back. So if they bring all these dudes back, that's 6. It's week 6. Well, week 7 now. Ryan Kelly, trying to save him from himself. 2 concussions in 3 weeks, so he's going on IR. He missed. He'll miss through week 10. Baltimore is the earliest that he can return. So that'll be the earliest that the Vikings can have their starting 5 offensive linemen of Darisaw, Jackson, Kelly, Fries, and O'Neal. Aaron Jones, he's eligible to return next week on the short week against the Chargers. Now in his place, Jordan Mason has looked really good as the bell cow, as well as Xavier Scott's looked good in the third down role. I know they both lost fumbles, but but having a spark like Aaron Jones back, rested, ready to go, will be great. Although with hamstrings, his burst conditioning, that could be taking a hit early on, so we'll see. Ty Chandler had that knee injury week 1 against the Bears. Still gutted it out, still iced the game with that return at the end. He's eligible to return this week, but we'll see if there's any movement there. Tyler Batty started the season on IR, doesn't appear to return. He started his 21-day window. Same as CJ Ham, has not been activated yet. Then Blake Cashman outside, how about that? Is eligible to return and is in the midst of his 21-day return to practice window. And that would be great because the Vikings have been very bad against the run as of late. So Cashman returning would be fantastic. And as well as just figuring something out along the offensive line, whether it's Darisaw Jackson, Brandel, Fries O'Neal, getting Ryan Kelly back. There's lots of moving parts. Oh yeah, and both of your top two quarterbacks are injured. So the bro shows the only fully healthy quarterback on the roster. So it's just great, man. Anyways, that's it. Like I said, we'll get further updates from Kevin O'Connell likely today. But Vikings injury updates coming off the bye. Let us know. Thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.